Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider, the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell, joined by Natalie Poole. And as I talk to not just you, Coach, but every other coach, I know you're glad to finally be back because after delays and everything, most of the coaches finally got to play a weekend of some spring sports, and then whether it's COVID or snowstorm related, almost everyone has been put on hold for the last at least 10 days or so.
Yeah, I think that's one of the hardest things. I think the thing that I love about our sport is that we get so many games. And so once we got rolling, we want to come back and get back to work. And so to come back and then be stopped for, 8-9 days, that makes it a little bit challenging for us. For sure, just to be able to get some adjustments in, work on some consistency. Even if somebody feels good about something, just being able to keep them in that flow.
Last week, and I asked Brooks about this earlier, a chance for the team to get away, and you tell them to be safe, but it's still snow. They want to play in it. Maybe some of them have seen the snow. I assume everyone came through the snowstorm okay, and there weren't any, playing softball in the snow or anything like that type of injuries.
No, the injury report luckily has not changed. However, I think that there are some bruises and things like that. Clearly, whatever they did during the snowstorm, they were not sharing publicly with me. So I'm sure that they got out. I think that some of them did some sledding and played in the snow a little bit and things like that, and had a good time. And you want them to be able to do that, but also to do it safely. So luckily, no additions to the injury report.
So you didn't hear of any softball or wiffle ball or anything like that in the snow?
Didn't hear any of that. Definitely heard some sliding, some things like that. That maybe, I mean, when I see things come away with bruises, I'm a little bit concerned. But I didn't ask too many questions. Thankful that we were back and all healthy and able to practice yesterday.
Well, or through the winter storm, even Saturday, we're all kind of still shut in. Finally got above freezing on Sunday, and the overnight rain and then yesterday, and today is going to get, compared to last week, it's going to be shorts weather later on a Tuesday. So I know the field probably, even though these fields drain well, they're saturated. Getting back to it, are you going to kind of be in the indoor for a little bit, or how long is it till you anticipate being able to at least get in the outfield?
Yeah, well, believe it or not, Sunday with a bit of the sun and a bit of the rain, it melted everything off of our field. So I was like super impressed. I was really excited about possibly working on our field yesterday. And then it was a bit saturated. We were not able to get on the infield. The team had to go inside for infield work, but we were able to go in the outfield, and we did our outfield work outside. And so we hit indoors, we did infield indoors, but we were able to get our outfield work outside and able to cover a lot of ground. And so today our field will be perfect and ready to practice. And so I'm excited to get a good outdoor practice in.
I guess you could go creative back to youth days and say, look, we're going to put some bases in the outfield, so dead center field is going to be home plate. We'll just hit the opposite way for a day.
Yeah, Jordan might be upset about that. Our field guy. So no, luckily it didn't. Everything looks really great in the field, and and we're ready. We're ready to get back to work and get a few practices in prior to heading out to Tuscaloosa.
You mentioned Tuscaloosa, going to be a busy weekend. Hopefully everything works out as far as I haven't looked at the forecast for down there, but you've got 5 games scheduled, and you got, two against Alabama, a couple against Troy. You got a third game or a third opponent down there, and that is going to be North Carolina. So really another great tournament to test yourself in.
It really is. Alabama's a top 10 team. North Carolina is competing well. Troy upset an SEC opponent a week ago. I just anticipate for them all to be great competitors that we're going to see. ACC, Sun Belt, and then the SEC. And so will be a good test for us. Good competitors. We saw some great pitching in that first weekend and some great hitters. And so it's a good challenge for us. So we're definitely looking forward to it. We may expect a little bit of rain, possibly, but overall the temperatures are going to be pretty nice.
Going into the tournament, you guys played in that very tough tournament down in Tallahassee a couple of weeks ago. And all your games were against top 25 teams, Florida State and Missouri. And here you're going to see a lot of that again, very heavy hitters. What is your message to the team going into this weekend against at Tuscaloosa?
Information gathering is really important to be able to process what's taking place, whether we made good adjustments. I felt like we grew as an offense in that first week, that first weekend, which I was really, really pleased about. However, since then, how are we taking that information, adjusting, recognizing what we're going to see this weekend? We've sent out a lot of video just regarding the pitchers that we're going to see this weekend, just in preparation for getting ready for location, for speed changes, all of those kinds of things. And so just prepping them a little bit, making sure they have a clear head, making sure they stay true to self, and then take the information that they're getting to create good plans.
All right. Well, Coach, good luck this weekend. We'll catch up with you next week.
Thanks so much, Jeff.
That is Natalie Poole. I'm Jeff Brightwell with the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.